deport U.S. citizens to the prison camp in El Salvador. I know that sounds crazy. I know you won't believe me, but maybe you'll take it from the fucking horse bitch's mouth, Caroline Leavitt, who speaks for the President of the United States. She is the White House press secretary, and she represents him. So, before we watch this, I'm going to ask you a simple question that you need to answer for yourself. Do you support deporting U.S. citizens to a prison camp in El Salvador? So that's question one. Question two is, would you support an administration that advocates for deporting U.S. citizens? Now, here's the thing. If you answer no, you would never support an administration that does that, you can no longer support Donald Trump. Here's the video.
So the president has discussed this idea quite a few times publicly. He's also discussed it privately. You're referring to the president's idea for American citizens to potentially be deported. These would be heinous, violent criminals who have broken our nation's laws repeatedly. And these are violent, repeat offenders in American streets. The president has said, if it's legal, right? If there is a legal pathway to do that. If it's legal,
guess what, you dumb laminated face cunt? It's not fucking legal. I know that, and I'm a dipshit YouTuber. I know that's unconstitutional. You're the fucking White House press secretary. How the fuck do you not know that?
Not sure. We are not sure if there is. It's an idea that he has simply floated and has discussed very publicly as in the effort of transparency.
Oh, okay. Now, I also have an article to talk about this. First of all, let's just say one thing. That is a blatant violation of the U.S. Constitution. But again, we know the Trump regime and all of his MAGA bootlicking fucking chud sycophants, even the ones in my chat, go fuck yourself. They are all forsaking the U.S. Constitution. They don't give a fuck about anything anymore. As long as Donald Trump is the president, they can do whatever. Anything you fucking want, Donnie. Anything you fucking want. You want to get rid of the 22nd Amendment? We'll get rid of it. You want to get rid of the 12th Amendment? We'll get rid of it. You want to get rid of the 14th Amendment? We'll get rid of it. Anything you fucking want, Donnie. Anything you fucking want. We'll do it all. You want to deport U.S. citizens? Where do we deport them to? Because they're from the fucking U.S. Holy fuck. Bro, you mad? Yeah, I am mad. Want to know why? I'm a patriot, unlike you, you fucking traitorous piece of shit. I'm talking to the chat, by the way. If you want to watch these videos live, make sure you hit that notification bell. Also, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps me out immensely. Luigi, do hay res. She's fucking playing with the cat. It's getting fucking crazy over there. But let's read a little bit of this. White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed on Tuesday, after President Donald Trump's quip about wanting to deport incarcerated U.S. citizens to El Salvador's notoriously cruel prison system, that the White House has actually been discussing such policy. Fascism's here, folks. And if you disagree with me, you're stupid and wrong. Trump was asked by... Luigi! Cut the shit! Trump was asked by a reporter on Monday whether he... That's it. Hold on. 1 second. Luigi, I'm going to fucking lock you up. I'm going to lock you up in the goddamn... I'm going to lock you up. Don't you fucking... Don't you ever fucking bark like that. All right. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Trump was asked by a reporter on Monday whether he endorsed the idea of sending U.S. citizens to El Salvador, as his administration has already sent hundreds of non-citizens there, mostly immigrants from Venezuela. By the way, without due process. None of them are given due process. Another violation of the Constitution. And then a federal judge ordered him to turn the plane around in order to give these people due process, and he said, go fuck yourself. Living in the U.S. White House has tried to justify its actions by claiming that those individuals were violent gang members, but an investigation by CBS News found that 3/4 of the people deported had no criminal records at all. Granted, no MAGA chud will believe this because it paints their Fuhrer in a bad light, and if you paint the Fuhrer in a bad light, you're a Marxist, Leninist, communist, lying, liberal piece of shit. Fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, gobble, 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 fuck you. Trump responded positively to the idea of sending currently incarcerated U.S. citizens to El Salvador's prisons as well. Now, let me just bring something up. I know Trump supporters. Fucking most of you have criminal records. Let's be so fucking for real for a second. Do you support You having the potential chance of being deported to an El Salvadorian prison camp. You yourself, should you run the risk of potentially being, if you say no, because I'm a U.S. citizen, I shouldn't be allowed to be deported, then you no longer support Donald Trump, and you cannot choose both. If you do choose both, you have a mental disability. So let's listen to this. Trump responded positively to the idea of sending currently incarcerated U.S. citizens to El Salvador's prisons as well. I love that, Trump said. I'd be honored to give them to El Salvador. The president acknowledged that he wasn't sure whether what he was advocating for was legal. The president of the United States acknowledged that his advocation for deporting U.S. citizens to a prison camp in El Salvador may or may not be legal. Hey, MAGA, you elected a fucking fascist, you bootlicking cucks. I don't know what the law says on that, but I can't imagine the law would say anything different. He said, oh my God. Adding that he viewed the idea as a cost-saving measure for the U.S. You mean nothing to this guy. You're just a number. If he can make money off of fucking sending you to an El Salvadorian labor camp, he fucking will. This guy seems close-minded. Yeah, I'm pretty close-minded when it comes to due process. I'm pretty close-minded when it comes to the Constitution. I usually think, hey, that's unconstitutional. You can't do that. Maybe that just makes me some close-minded fucking rad-lib, right? Fuck you! Legal experts have noted that such an action would undoubtedly run afoul of the Constitution's 8th Amendment, which bars cruel and unusual punishment. But again, legal experts must be radical leftists. They must be radical liberals. And cruel and unusual punishment, well, fuck the Constitution. I mean, if it's standing in Trump's way, fucking get rid of it. This is so incredibly illegal that there's not even a hint of possible way to do it under any circumstances whatsoever, said Aaron Reichlin Melnick, a senior fellow at the American Immigration Council. It violates international law and the U.S. Constitution. Period. End of story. End of story. Oh my God. And then you saw this fucking clip of that laminated-faced cunt saying, well, if the president has said if it's illegal, right? If there was a legal pathway to do that, he's not sure. But we are not sure if there is. It's an idea that he has simply floated and is discussed very publicly as an effort of transparency. Yeah. Oh, no. No. No! I know this is a short video for you, but like, what the fuck else am I supposed to say? They want to deport U.S. citizens to a fucking prison camp in El Salvador! That means you, MAGA! You're a fucking U.S. citizen! And here's the thing. I stand for the rule of law. You fucking break a law, you get charged with a crime, you go to court, you get accused of a crime, you go to court, they prove that you fucking committed the crime, you're charged, and you're sent to fucking prison. Not El Salvador! Oh my God, we have fascists in control of the United States of America. We have fucking fascists in control of the United States of fucking America, dude. If you ever wanted to know what it would look like if America sided with the Germans, this is what it would fucking look like. All right, that's all I got for you. To the people who are watching this live, stay. To the people who aren't, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out, costs you nothing. If you do want to help the channel financially, because this is real independent media and I have no fucking funding, I've never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a foreign government. If you do want to help the channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can become a patron on Patreon for $5. You can become a member here on YouTube for $5. You could use the link in the description for 40% off Ground News to parse through all of the bullshit and come to your own conclusions. And you can fucking buy some merch down below. All ways that you can help me out financially. I'll catch you in the next Valenti Vod. Have a good one.